G'day.
Hello there.
I'm Aussie Robbo.
I'm English Jen.
And what are we doing today?
So today we are doing everything Disney in central London. So the main reason for coming into London is for the Disney on Stage pop-up experience, which is a free activity and an exhibition currently on. But what would be a visit to central London without a few other Disney extras? So I think Disney Store may be in order and maybe a couple of extras later on. So come and join us and see what we get up to. So it's a short hop, skip and jump. I didn't actually buy anything in Disney Store, shock horror. So now we're going to our appointment, which is 3:45 at the experience. And it's, like I say, it's free entry. So we'll take you with us.
So we just got out of the exhibit. What did you think?
Short but sweet and free. So.
I was actually surprised at how small it was. So when you organised this thing, how did you organise it?
So I pre-booked 3 weeks in advance and it was selling out pretty quickly, and it's only running up until the 30th of August. However, as of the 1st of August, which is today when we visited, the website does state, and the staff also confirmed, that it is now sold out on pre-bookings, but you can do walk-ups, and I would, to be honest, for how long it takes, I would suggest doing that anyway. It doesn't take long to nip in. It's not like an overly fussy sort of area to be going and checking in. It is quite nicely put together. I love musicals, Rob's not so much. I've seen a couple of musicals already. I'm anticipating seeing things like the ones which are coming up. So it covers Mary Poppins, which I've seen literally a week before we went into lockdown, Lion King, which we've both seen, and Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen, and Aladdin, which has been and gone a long time ago. Some nice little setup pieces. Really lovely bit with Aladdin with the old arcade setup. I think it's like an old Nintendo or Sega game that they've got from the 90s in there, which look really cool. And lots of little bits of information about the costumes, which I'm really into because of my background in set design as well. And yeah, it's worth a visit. If you're in London, go for it. If you're a Disney fan, you've seen one or two of the shows, go for it. Just do a walk up. It's in the middle of Covent Garden, really easy to find. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I think if you're into musicals and you're into Disney, it's spot on.
For me, it did feel very short. I actually forgot we saw the Aladdin bit until Darren just reminded me. That's how little the Aladdin was. I mean, the Aladdin section is just basically a lamp and some cardboard cutouts and the computer games, which are always kind of occupied by kids anyway. And then you have a very short Beauty and the Beast section with Beauty's dress. Is her name Beauty? Belle's dress. And that was, again, very short. The Lion King was the most sizable exhibit in there. So it's good that you got to see quite a few of those costumes.
And you've seen it?
I have seen it, yes. For my birthday, our first year dating. And then you've got the Frozen section, which is it's another 2 dresses, and then that's basically it. So I feel like the exhibit is more of a promotional thing to kind of remind people that the theatre is coming back in, and to remind people to go back to the theatre. It's more of a promotional thing than it is, an exhibit that's designed to show you costumes in the musicals. But as a short little thing that's free, it's not bad. So the exhibit's finished, and what are we going to do now?
Well, that's a nice surprise. We're going to Leicester Square, where one of our favourite cinemas is, and we're going to have some dinner beforehand, and then go and see Disney's Jungle Cruise. And then I may have to nip into the Lego store, because there's some new Star Wars Lego that's been released today, and I'm gagging to see what we've got in stock. Please.
What did you get, Darren?
So there were lots of new releases, and I was very good. I only bought 2. So got a new set, which is Ahsoka and Darth Maul from Clone Wars finale, including a little prison for putting Darth Maul in, or Rob's, whichever comes first. And then this is the one I've been waiting for. It's the only one
I've been in prison for a long time.
Yeah, mental prison. So this is the only one I actually really wanted from the new releases, like big releases, and it's Darth Vader in his meditation chamber, which Rob could do with one of those as well, I think. Where's your meditation chamber? Where's your meditation chamber? It's not made of Lego, I know that.
In a galaxy far, far away, unfortunately.
So now we're going.
You're my only hope.
So the plan is we've got to film in a couple of hours, so we're going to grab some dinner somewhere. Where do you fancy eating, my love, my darling, my reason for being? So we're now finally home. It's been a busy day. Fit quite a lot in this afternoon. It's been quite nice to do Disney stuff, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, so the film, Jungle Cruise, really enjoyed it. I felt like the first half was much better than the second half. And quite drawn out and unnecessarily fatty. But the cast were brilliant. The visual effects were brilliant in the first half. I thought the second half they were a bit... I lost a bit of interest. But yeah, if you like your adventure films, say Indiana Jones meets Mummy meets Pirates of the Caribbean, then yeah, I'd go and see it. There's lots of lovely nods, especially in the first kind of 10 minutes to the original ride. So there's obviously the dad jokes, which are actually very funny. I thought I was quite loud. Yeah. And there's some little perks here and there for anybody who knows the ride well and the Imagineers, what they've put into it over the years. So you've got C, which is the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, is mentioned quite a bit. I'm not going to say too much because there's little bits which will be kind of our class spoilers. What about yourself?
I enjoyed the film more the first half than the second half. The more CGI it got, especially with like the creatures and stuff and the bad guys, the less interesting it became. They did really good environment work in the beginning when it was on the river, and that whole chase sequence. It did get a little bit fast and furious at certain times with the boat, which didn't work, I don't think. But overall, a lot of the CGI was done quite well. Like I say, the environment work. They had good chemistry, all the actors together. Yeah. They had quite good chemistry, so they were really fun to watch. I enjoyed it a lot more when it was just them on the river, as opposed to when it got kind of more actiony and more towards the end.
Yeah,
and trying to wrap it up.
It became very kind of. It reminded me too much
convoluted.
of Pirates of the Caribbean bad guys.
Yeah.
So it became a bit messy. You couldn't really tell what was going on for half the time. Jack Whitehall, though, I thought he was going to be a pain in the arse, and actually he became one of my favourite things in the whole film. I felt like it needed him to balance the other stuff that was going on.
Right.
He played pretty much himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Let us know what you think down below. So we'd love to know what everyone else is thinking out there, whether you watched at home or if you've ventured out to the cinema like we have. But also, we'd love to know what Disney musicals you've actually seen, or if you'd actually love to see, and what have you been your favourites, if you have seen any of the musicals that we've sort of featured today in the exhibition. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us, and we thank you all for watching and commenting, whether it be on YouTube or indeed on social media. Speaking of which, where can they find us?
Twitter, Robbo and Gent, and Instagram, Aussie Robbo and the English Gent.
It's been a nice breakaway. Thanks for coming back and joining us, and we've got more adventures coming up. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hold on, let me just sit down. I got some of that. Want some of that?